Although Taylor Swift was not involved in the production of the film in any creative capacity, her name became unexpectedly tied to the situation due to the inclusion of one of her songs in the soundtrack. The track, My Tears Ricochet, was licensed for use in the film, a standard industry practice that involves multiple artists contributing music without being involved in the creative direction of a project. However, as legal tensions escalated around the film, Swift was reportedly subpoenaed to provide testimony for Blake Lively's legal team in connection with proceedings involving Justin Baldoni. Although that subpoena was later withdrawn, the fact that her name was drawn into the legal matter appears to have had lasting emotional and relational consequences. According to an insider quoted in entertainment reporting, there has been no reconciliation effort between Swift and Lively. The source suggested that no olive branch has been extended and that communication between the two has not resumed in any meaningful way. In addition, the same reporting indicates that Taylor Swift has not extended an invitation to Blake Lively for her rumored upcoming wedding to Travis Kelce. While no official wedding date has been publicly confirmed, speculation about a summer ceremony has been widely circulated across entertainment media and fan communities. This detail has become a focal point for fans who have long associated Swift's weddings and major life moments with carefully chosen guest lists that often reflect her closest personal relationships. But beyond the gossip headlines, there is a more complex narrative unfolding here about how legal disputes can ripple outward and affect personal relationships that were never meant to be part of the conflict in the first place. Swift's representatives have strongly denied any meaningful involvement in the film beyond music licensing. In a public statement previously shared with media outlets, her team emphasized that she did not visit the set, did not participate in casting decisions, did not contribute to scoring the film beyond the licensed song, did not review edits, and did not engage in any creative development of the project. The statement further clarified that Swift only became aware of the film after its public release and was traveling internationally during much of the production timeline. The spokesperson also characterized the subpoena as an attempt to draw attention by invoking Swift's global name recognition rather than focusing on the core legal issues of the case. Despite these clarifications, the involvement of Swift in a legal context, even indirectly, appears to have created friction in her personal relationship with Lively. To understand why this situation may have had such a strong impact, it helps to consider the nature of celebrity friendships in general. These relationships often exist under unique pressure. They are constantly observed, frequently speculated upon, and easily influenced by outside narratives that may or may not reflect reality. When legal matters enter the picture, especially those involving public figures, the emotional stakes can increase dramatically. Even when individuals are not directly implicated, the perception of involvement can create tension, confusion, and mistrust. In this case, the withdrawal of the subpoena may have removed the legal obligation, but it did not necessarily repair the emotional or relational damage that may have already occurred. Public reaction to the situation has been intense and divided. On social media platforms, fans of Taylor Swift have largely defended her position, emphasizing that she had no creative involvement in the film and that her participation was limited to standard music licensing. Many supporters argue that she was unfairly pulled into a legal dispute for publicity reasons and should not be held accountable for circumstances outside her control. Others, however, have focused more on the friendship itself, expressing disappointment that two prominent figures once seen as close may now be estranged. Some fans have revisited past public appearances and interactions between Swift and Lively, analyzing them for signs of distance or change in tone. Meanwhile, fans of Blake Lively have expressed concern about how the legal controversy may have affected her personal relationships and public image. The conversation has become less about assigning blame and more about trying to understand how such a high-profile friendship could shift so dramatically. Entertainment commentators and celebrity culture analysts have also weighed in, noting that this situation reflects a broader pattern in Hollywood. Friendships between celebrities often face strain when external pressures such as legal disputes, media narratives, or professional conflicts intersect with personal loyalty. Some experts suggest that the most fragile aspect of celebrity relationships is not fame itself, but the way fame amplifies misunderstandings. A private disagreement between two individuals can become a global storyline within hours, leaving little room for private resolution.